Guess what? I'm going to talk about another Wild West game, because the last one was so... well, at least it encouraged me to drink more, I suppose. Here's a math equation for ya. What do we get if we take cowboys, add some robots and then multiply it with a jack ton of guns? We get one hell of a party, that's what? Action! Pew 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 pew! Max! Beep beep boop boop beep boop beep boop beep boop! Scissor pants! Woman in bonnet! They sure make some kind of sound. This is Berghani and this is Wild Guns. Or at least I think it is. It has to be somewhere in here, I think. Oh, hello. This game was created by Natsume for the Super Nintendo back in the Old West, also known as 1994 Japan. The game uses a third-person fixed perspective, kinda like those newfangled Gears of War's, but 16-bit and with cowboys and angry miners. While not the first game to do this, it sure is a breath of fresh air in the midst of all the running from left to right games. Nothing wrong with those, it's just that it's nice to breathe sometimes. Breathing makes me live. Yeah! In Wild Guns we join Clint, the buff badass, and Annie, the neatly dressed woman badass in the quest for... well, the story isn't exactly explained in the game, and while I could look it up on the internet and just read it from a wiki page or whatever, I will just come up with one of my own, because I can. Clint and Annie met together in a bar in the heartland of Texas, where suddenly Clint accidentally spilled some milk or whiskey or something on this guy in the red hair, which let all hell breaking loose, and it turns out that the guy is the leader of an evil crime syndicate, which has robots, more robots, cyborgs, and worst of all, men with guns and knives. Now our two heroes need to find this guy again and kill him, so we'll stop sending his goons and robots after them instead of, you know, just apologizing and using words and all that crap. Yeah.
And that's the way it is.
So you choose your hero, then jump directly into the action. If it moves, shoot it. If it doesn't move, shoot it for good measure. And extra points, those can be good too. You start off with this basic gun, which has unlimited ammo, so fire away to your heart's content. Point with the crosshair wherever you wanna shoot, and yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Crosshair plus BAM equals dead! Every once in a while you get gun upgrades like shotguns, machine guns, grenade launchers, because all those probably existed in Western AD times, and... go look it up on the history book channel in my basement. Bring a flashlight though, because it's dark down there and there's also a crazy homeless man. If you're skilled enough, you might even end up with the oh my god amazing V-gun. This one doesn't come flying around like the other weapons. In order to get it, you need to shoot bullets. I have a gun. Of course I'm going to shoot bullets. You shoot bullets out of your gun, but you see, here's the thing, you with me on this? Let me explain. You can shoot your bullets on the bad guy's bullets, which will make this bar down here, you see this thing down there? I'm pointing at it right now, so you'll see it. And when it's all the way up, the V-gun will be all like... after the first stage is over and done with and this huge ass robot is defeated, you get the option to choose between all the stages, a la there's the Desolation Canyon, Ammunition Depot, Armored Train and Gold Mine, which can be played in any order you like. While I don't prefer any kind of stage order over the other, it is nice to be able to go to another stage if one proves to be too much for your britches at the moment. Maybe you wanna save up lives for the harder stages and well, you're gonna need them, because did I mention that this game is a gosh darn merciless mother kisser? Quick reflexes is key. Whenever you see that the enemy got you in their sights, you have to make the decision to either dodge their fire or shoot it. Of course, shooting it sounds like the most obvious choice, what with the V-gun business and all that. But remember, if you miss a single one of those bullets and it hits your sorry butt, it means dead! Dead-a-Rudy! Dead-alicious! Dead-pool! Dead-seas! Video games are supposed to make me happy, right? Just look at this clusterfuck! All these crazy things are out to kill you! Pogo stick robots, guys rolling in from everywhere, and is that the guy from Gangnam Style? Is that still relevant? I don't know. And let's not forget the rich crab. Let's not forget the rich crab. You want to steal gold from a gentleman crab? Over my cold dead claws, you filthy plebe! He is not nice. And then there's this guy. I'm not even sure what this fellow's purpose even is, like, he's got a mean shuffle, I give him that, but I do wonder what happens when he reaches his destination. I'm sure it will be something neat. On the topic of hoops, Annie and Clint can also use these laser lassos, which is not only a combination of words I never thought I'd ever string together, but also a means to momentarily freeze enemies. Rapidly tap the fire button and they'll start swinging. The more you tap, the more they swing and the longer the enemy will be frozen. It leaves you open to enemy fire, so use it with caution. When successful though, it can be really effective, as it does not only work on regular enemies but on bosses as well. It appears that you have frozen me, the gentle crab, solid. How rude! I love the world Wild Guns is set in. While I'm not a huge fan of the Old West genre in general, there is something about the rugged gunman and a kick-ass woman wearing high fucking heels destroying tons of monstrous robots that just speaks to me on a spiritual level. It's amazing how you can just add robots to turn something you're not even a fan of into something so awesome. Well, most of the time anyway. And speaking of awesome... fantastic, like, it makes me want to kick even more robot butt. Do they even have butts? Whatever argument you had against me is now invalid. Moving on. Wild Guns is a tough as nails game, no doubt about that. But as with many good Super Nintendo games, it has a perfect amount of difficulty that makes it challenging without being frustrating. Point is, Wild Guns is a difficult game, but definitely in a good way, giving the player enough challenge to make them stay on their toes without becoming cheap. All in all, this is a gem for the Super Nintendo that you definitely need to check out. But if you don't wanna,